Hi everyone, this is Sharon from Sharon@Sea, and one of the most frequently asked questions I receive is, what travel documents do I need to travel, to cruise? How do I take them? How do I keep organized? Well, traveling is very stressful anyways, so I am going to share with you how I keep my travel documents organized and what I take with me and what I use to keep them organized. All right. I use this travel folder to keep our family organized, and I have all of our paperwork, our boarding passes, things we've purchased. Everything is in here, everything we need, and it's all labeled. If you can see here, I have little dividers, and they're all labeled in the order of how we're going to be using them from the first day of our trip to the last day of our trip. So nothing gets misplaced. We have everything we need. So I'm going to go through it with you here and show you kind of how I organized this for us. This is a Royal Caribbean cruise we're going on with a Disney World vacation after, like post-cruise. So it's 2 vacations in one. So there's a lot of paperwork in here. So I'm going to put it down here and I'm going to kind of go through how I have it organized. So let me just show you first, there are little pockets. This is really nice because there's pockets and you can put all of your paperwork in. So first I have our airfare confirmation. Now I can't print out our boarding pass until 24 hours prior to when we leave, but I have the confirmation here with me to access that when the time comes. Then I also have our hotel reservation for the first night we get there for our pre-cruise stay. So that is all in the first little pocket here together, everything we're going to need on the first night. Next, in the second pocket, I have our luggage tags for the cruise ship. That's the first thing I'm going to need in the morning before I go to the cruise port. And you're going to put these on your luggage at that time. You do not want to put them on your luggage at the airport before you fly in because they're going to get torn off, all mangled up, and then you might not have any luggage tags and there may not be anywhere to print new ones off. So I highly suggest you put these luggage tags on right before going to the cruise port. You can tape them on, staple them on, or you can buy those handy little plastic holders from like Amazon, and there's other websites as well that sell them, which those are very, very nice to put on your luggage. You don't really have to worry so much about them coming apart and falling off. So then, next thing I have is our boarding passes. I do have those available for all of the family members here. You can just show your phone and do that on the app as well. They will scan the app and you don't need the paper copies. I'm just not a real techy kind of person. I still like hard copies, paper copies of everything. So you'll see here that I have a paper copy of everything, even though I do have it on my app as well. I probably will use the app at times, but I just kind of feel more secure having a paper copy. So kind of old school, I guess. Then I always take just a quick printout of our cruise kind of booking, which lists our ports and just all the general information from our booking from when we booked it, just to kind of have, just in case we need it. On the next pocket on the other side here, I have everything we purchased for our time on the ship, from excursions to specialty dining to entertainment on the ship, any of those things. So I have them all kind of listed here. There's like a printout on Royal Caribbean. They can give you a printout which has everything listed in times day by day to make it really easy. It's almost like a little itinerary calendar that you can just post up and look at so you don't forget to do any of the activities you plan to do. So anyway, so I have that next. All of that is in that folder. So everything there is for the cruise. Next, when we get off the ship, we are going to be taking an Uber to the airport, picking up a rental car, and heading to Orlando for our second leg of our vacation, our Disney trip. So I have our reservation here for our rent-a-car. So that is here in its little pocket. Next, I have our hotel reservation for Disney. So that is here, all that information with our confirmation number. The next pocket here, I have our Disney tickets. So, and it has the confirmation number on there as well. I do have that on the app. We have the Disney app and all that information is on there as well. But like I said, once again, I like having a paper copy as a backup. You never know what's going to happen. You may be somewhere where something happens with the Wi-Fi, something happens to your phone. you just never know. And I just don't want any stress, anything going wrong on my vacation. So having a paper copy just makes me feel secure. And then next, after our Disney trip, we are going to be flying home, unfortunately. So I have our confirmation for our airfare flying home. And once again, I will print that out 24 hours in advance, either from the hotel, or I can check in at the hotel and then wait till I get to the airport to have them printed out. Either way, but I have my confirmation number, all good to go. And then one last thing is I have a pocket here at the very back, kind of an extra pocket. So it's always nice to have an extra pocket for kind of those miscellaneous things, like you may have some receipts you want to save, you may have maybe some business cards you've picked up, just some information on maybe a port you went to, a place you visited, just something. But it's just a nice little place to tuck some of that extra information that you may want to bring home with you. And also I do bring a couple extra little paper clips here as well. See them? Just because sometimes they come in handy just to kind of hold some things together. So that is what is in our folder here. We take this with us on every cruise, and it's just depending on where we're cruising and what we're doing, the pockets are just organized a little differently, but everything is always organized in the order of how we're going to use it. So that is how we organize our documentation and all of our paperwork. Next, identification. We bring passports. I know everyone doesn't bring a passport. Some people will use a driver's license and birth certificates to cruise. That's an option as well. But we have passports. I do not put my passports in the folder because they're just going to slide out. We like to keep our passports separate. And then another thing that we do, and this is a tip, always either print an extra copy of your passport out and just keep it in maybe a random place in your home, and then also take another copy with you on the ship and just keep it in a different area. Or is what I also do is I have a copy and I've emailed it to myself. So I always have access to my passport through my email. So if I am out somewhere, I can log into my email either from my phone or from another computer and get a copy. You know, you never know when you're going to run into a situation where you're going to need your passport. And although it may not get you home on the plane, you do need the original. It will certainly expedite things wherever you are at to have that copy. So there's all my tips on what to bring, staying organized on a cruise. Hope it was helpful. If you like cruise vlogs, cruise tips, cruise reviews, and even cruise news from time to time, please consider subscribing to our channel and click the notification bell so you will get notified when we upload new content or we go live. We go live every Monday night and we talk about all things cruising. Until next time, happy cruising.